Hey there. Okay, so today we are doing something absolutely incredible. I've been digging into a brand new, literal game changer of an ebook called The Connection Code, and we're going to use this explainer to give you an exclusive sneak peek into its step-by-step roadmap. If you are a parent who's currently tossing and turning at night, agonizing over the fact that you feel like you're completely losing connection with your teenager, listen. This is exactly where you need to be. We are going to explore this definitive guide together and discover how to completely transform the dynamic in your home.
I want you to just think back for a second, right? You probably remember a time when you literally could not get your child to stop talking. There was this phase when every single thought in their head just came tumbling out, followed by a string of whys that lasted all the way until bedtime. You knew everything about their day. But now, the house is a whole lot quieter. That chatter has been entirely replaced by closed bedroom doors and headphones that act like permanent do not disturb signs. You ask a simple question, and you get a one-word answer. You ask another, and you get an eye roll. And it's heartbreaking. It feels like a physical ache, a very real form of grief for the child who used to run to you. I really want you to know right now, you are deeply seen, you're not alone in this, and you are definitely not imagining this distance.
When I actually first read this quote in the opening pages of the book, it was a massive relief. The relationship you are mourning is not dead, it is just under construction. Let that sink in for a second. The connection isn't gone. Your teenager is just undergoing a massive neurological and emotional renovation. The old keys just don't work on the new locks anymore. But here is the really incredible news, the big, exciting discovery. The source material we're previewing today gives you the exact, proven blueprint for this reconstruction.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our exclusive insider roadmap. We'll start with the teenage silence trap, move on to a biological aha moment, explore the shift from manager to consultant, unpack the premium connection shortcut, and finally, look at exactly how to reclaim your teen today.
All right, starting right off with Section 1, the teenage silence trap, and how to escape the interrogation.
So the whole crucial point here is understanding how this exact trap works. Your natural instinct, when you feel your child pulling away, is to chase them with questions, right? You ask, hey, how was your day? They say, fine. Your anxiety spikes, so you press, just fine? Did you get that math test back? In your heart, these are super well-meaning questions born out of love and a real desire for connection. But to a teenager, the ebook reveals a massive insight here. These questions literally feel like intense surveillance. The harder you push for information, the more they feel cornered, and so they retreat behind emotional walls to protect their developing sense of self. The book positions itself as the ultimate tool to break this exact vicious cycle by teaching you how to swap reporting questions for genuine curiosity questions.
Moving into Section 2. The biological aha moment. Let's look under the hood.
In Chapter 1, there is this absolutely incredible aha moment where the author reveals the stark biological differences between your brain and your teen's brain, and it completely changes how you view conflict. As an adult, you are operating with a fully online prefrontal cortex. That's the logical CEO of the brain. You process facts, you pause before acting, but in a teenager, that logical CEO is literally out to lunch. It's taken a permanent vacation while the building is under construction. They are being run by the amygdala, the brain's emotion center. It reacts milliseconds faster than logic. When conflict happens, their logical brain is functionally offline. They are biologically hypersensitive and actually see threats in totally neutral cues. So when they snap at you, they aren't necessarily choosing drama, they're biologically reacting to perceived threats. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how vividly it maps out this exact biological loop you're stuck in. You provide a totally neutral input, say, calmly asking them to take out the trash. Their amygdala instantly detects it as a threat to their freedom. It processes it as an attack, and their output is an explosive emotional reaction. You're left standing there completely baffled, wondering why on earth they're reacting to a matchstick as if it's a 4-alarm fire. This ebook gives you the exact scripts to stop adding fuel to this fire and comfortably wait for their logic center to reboot.
Next up, Section 3, the manager to consultant shift. It's the ultimate promotion.
Just look at this transformation. For the first decade of their life, you were the manager. You gave the orders, you owned the problems, and you prioritized compliance. But try managing a 16-year-old. Yeah, they will fire you on the spot. The book teaches you exactly how to give yourself a massive promotion to consultant, because a consultant offers options instead of commands. A consultant highlights reality and preserves connection. You step back from that demanding boss role and evolve into a highly influential advisor. This is a major selling point of the book. It gives you the exact scripts to make this shift seamlessly.
Now, I know exactly what you might be thinking. Wait, if I let go of control, aren't they just going to totally spiral? The book addresses this brilliantly with a concept called the control paradox. The quote reads, "The tighter you grip, the more they hide. The more you release your grip, the more they reveal." The author compares it to holding a handful of dry sand. You squeeze it tight and you lose it all through your fingers, but hold your palm open and it stays perfectly secure. The ebook masterfully solves this paradox for you, showing you how trading forced compliance for autonomy actually creates a much higher level of genuine safety and trust.
Let's actually look at one incredibly actionable tactic you'll unlock inside, the 7-second rule. When you ask your teen a curiosity question, their brain needs extra time to process the tone, check for threats, and formulate an answer. The book challenges you to hold complete silence for a full 7 seconds after asking a question. By creating that vacuum, you give their brain the necessary processing time, and almost magically, they begin to open up. It's a tiny tweak, but I'm telling you, it gets massive results.
All right, Section 4, the Premium Connection Shortcut. This is your tactical toolkit.
Now, you might be wondering, hey, couldn't I just Google parenting advice online? Well, sure, you could try, but you're going to drown in a sea of generic, conflicting blog posts. What this ebook offers is a premium gap, curated expertise, and battle-tested frameworks, like this 4-step repair sequence. When you inevitably lose your temper, because let's be real, we all do, the book doesn't just casually tell you to say sorry. It gives you a highly specific rapid-fire sequence. Step 1. Own your reaction without making excuses. Step 2. Validate their emotion without agreeing with the bad behavior. Step 3. Briefly restate the boundary. Step 4. Return to normalcy to signal the relationship is safe again. This takes really complex psychological principles and turns them into an easy-to-follow, tangible toolkit that provides immediate value the literal moment you read it.
And this brilliantly illustrates exactly what I mean about the premium quality of the tools you're unlocking here. This is an actual diagram pulled straight from the book detailing the repair cycle. When you buy the ebook, you are getting exclusive access to these vivid, beautifully designed diagrams, worksheets, and checklists that visually anchor these concepts so you can apply them in the heat of the moment. You aren't just reading dusty theories, you are getting a highly practical, visual toolkit for immediate, real-world use.
Finally, Section 5, reclaim your teen today. Let's talk about the cost of waiting.
Every single day you stay stuck in that old manager mindset, you are paying a really heavy emotional toll. You're paying with endless screaming matches, rattling drywall and slammed doors. You're paying with deepening emotional distance, basically just watching them retreat further and further into silence. You're paying with a heightened anxiety that infects the entire family. And most tragically, you're paying with lost opportunities for that lifelong connection you so desperately want. The constant friction is just exhausting. But contrast that heavy daily relational toll with the incredible ease, the simplicity, and the profound relief of finally implementing the proven solutions mapped out in this book. Are you really willing to let another day pass without truly knowing the person your child is becoming? You have the absolute power to change the dynamic in your home starting right this very minute. There is a roadmap, there is a blueprint, and staying stuck is costing you far more than the price of this solution. Don't wait for another screaming match. Don't let another day of silence pass you by. Take action right now. Go to $5eboookhub.com, fuel your mind for less than the cost of a morning coffee.